I just definitely filmed a minute of me sitting here and not saying anything, so I should probably get started with the video. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I am going to be doing a video that I have been planning for a solid like year now, and it is just the things I have learned in high school, and I honestly think this will be pretty helpful for people. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just don't even care at all. I don't know, we'll see. But this is just a disclaimer. A lot of what I'm going to be saying in this video is shaped by my experience in high school, so I may have had a very different experience in high school than you did, and I just wanted to get that out there because some of you guys might have had like the best time in high school, like it was your prime, but it was not for me at all. So that is just kind of how some of these things I'm about to go over were shaped, and yeah, just don't take any offense to it if you like had a completely different experience, because I understand that everyone experiences things differently. So the first one I feel like is really important to remember, and it is that there are always going to be people who are better than you at something. So like, say you take a test and the person next to you gets 100% and you don't pass the test, and you just like feel really bad about it. And honestly, this used to be me. I used to like, honestly, I do bad on every single test. I just have really bad testing anxiety, so no matter how much I study, there's a good chance I won't get 100% on a test. I used to like get so upset when I'd see everyone else doing well, but you just kind of have to remember that not everyone's brains are programmed or wired the same way, whatever you want to call it. Not everyone is supposed to be an expert at everything. You are going to do bad in a class in high school. You are going to fail a test, and it is not the end of the world. And yeah, I guess that's kind of my second little thing I've learned in high school. It's not the end of the world if you fail a test. Trust me, the amount of tests I failed in high school, I don't even think I could count on just both of my hands. Like, there are so many tests I failed or just didn't pass, and I got into college. I got into every college I applied to. I am fine. Like, I mean, unless you're trying to be valedictorian or something, then it might be a little bit better to get 100% on most of the tests you take, but honestly, it is not the end of the world if you don't get 100% on a test. I have seen people like crying over getting a B, and it's just like, really? Like, I'm over here getting an F, and then you're like getting a B and crying. Like, if I can get into college, so can you. So the third thing is another more academic thing. I won't be doing too many academic related things I've learned in high school, but this is something that if you live in America, you're gonna have to take if you want to go to really any college, and it is the SAT or ACT. And as you take it, like, you will start to notice that it's very hard to get the technique of how to take the test down unless A, you're really smart already and you're just amazing at taking tests, and B, if you're rich and can afford a really nice tutor to tutor you on how to take those tests. I suck at taking tests, and I had to pay like $150 for 4 classes. Like, each of the classes was $150. That raised my test score like 120 points, and usually people do it for like 10 classes. I only did it for 4 just because like I was not about to spend that much money on it. But if you don't have someone to teach you how to take those tests, or you're just not good at taking tests in the first place, like, you're honestly probably screwed. I feel like high school sets you up to think like the SAT and ACT are super important, like passing or not passing determines whether or not you get into a college. But honestly, I'm not even gonna say my score, just like take my word on how low it was. Like, it was awful. My score was so low. I got into every college I applied for, and yeah, I may not have gotten the best scholarships ever, but I definitely still got money. But I'm still going to college, and it's really, like, it's possible. And an SAT is not going to determine whether or not you get into a school. It doesn't determine anything about how you did for the last 4 years of high school. It's literally just how well you do taking a test in 4 hours on a Saturday morning. Like, it doesn't determine anything about yourself. And don't take this as me like telling you to just give up on the SAT, like just don't even try. Like, you should probably still try. It's gonna help you get into college for sure. Why are these whites so hard? She's stretching. Okay, Okay, well, Emma just interrupted me and I have no idea where I left off, and since I don't remember, that means it probably wasn't that important, so I'm just gonna move on to the next question. This one is more of the social side of high school, something I've learned, and it is that no matter how problematic or unproblematic you are, there will be someone who gets in the middle of your drama, and you will have drama at one point. Like, it's inevitable, it's going to happen. There is going to be someone that will cause something with you, no matter how like quiet and like how much you stay out of that stuff. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. So this one is something that just really hits me close to home, and it is that actions speak louder than words. I feel like in high school this just became so prominent. Like, this was just like something that, I don't know, like it was the year of realizing things last year, and this is when I realized that this saying is just so spot on and true. Like, this could mean that you have a friend who tells you like, oh my god, you're my best friend, I love you so much, but then like you're the last person they ask to hang out, and like if no one else can hang out with them, you're the person they go to. Like, you're just the last resort. Actions speak louder than words. It's just really self-explanatory. Like, I've had many people in my life tell me things and then act a completely different way, so this one just really hits close to home. And then the next thing, this one also hits me kind of close to home. Obviously all of these are gonna hit me close to home because, I mean, like, I came up with them through experiences I had, but during high school there will be times, most likely, where life just kind of feels like it's crashing down on you and there's nothing that's gonna make it better and your life just sucks and is miserable. But honestly, I was depressed in high school. I still am, honestly, just not nearly as bad as I used to be, and there were nights where I'd cry every night, but looking back, some of the things I stressed about are so irrelevant now. Like, it's just so crazy to me. Like, a year ago I was so upset and like I was just not treated well by some people, and I would cry like all the time. And honestly, this is like the weirdest thing for me, but like I haven't been crying that much lately, and I'm so scared I'm gonna jinx it by saying that. Life just like turns around, not even turns around, like I know there's gonna be more bumps in the road. I know this like isn't the end, like I'm happy forever, but I don't know. Life turns around. It's not always shitty like the few high school years. Just know that high school is not everyone's prime. Some people might be having the time of their life in high school. They are not depressed at all. They're getting amazing grades, but there are people on the completely opposite end of the spectrum in that regard. Like, and then 9, this one goes with the last one kind of, and it is just like, words are powerful, and there are going to be people going through shitty times in high school, and words really matter. You could say something to someone without realizing it, and that could just ruin their day or week or life, honestly. Or you could just point something out to them that they're super insecure about and really just hurt them and wreck them really bad. And like, you just really have to be careful what you say to some people, because some people are more sensitive than others, and you really don't know until you say something sometimes. But that's just how people work, honestly. That's not even just a high school thing. Like, this is something that I learned in high school, but like, it's something that you should know for the rest of your life. People go through shit, and saying things might wreck them. You honestly never know what people are going through. This one is kind of similar to the last one also. Everyone is insecure in one way or another, like, I don't know, whatever, like anything really. But the people that point out your flaws are always the most insecure people. So what I've learned is, if someone is making you feel really bad about something about yourself that you're insecure about, odds are they're just trying to distract from their insecurities that they have with themselves. And yeah, that's honestly all I have to say about that one. Then 11, if you're a girl and you've been through high school, maybe even college, you just know that at this time of life, boys kinda suck. Like, no offense to some boys, like, don't get me wrong, there are some good people out there, but boys are just so immature. Ugh. Okay, moving on. And then 12, on a lighter note, this is something that I've noticed, not really in high school, but after high school, and it is just to find a hobby or passion that kind of gets you through things. Like, personally, I love photography. I love taking portraits of people and making people feel good about themselves and feel pretty, and that honestly really helped me get through high school, just being able to have something to resort to if I was just trying to distract myself, or I don't know, if I just needed something to take my mind off of things. Photography and YouTube was just always something I could go to, and having something like that just really helped in the harder times. I guess I just mean like finding like a passion that really speaks to you is just really important. I feel like it just helps you grow as a person. I feel like this video was very serious, a lot more serious than I thought it would be, and it was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Nope, just kidding, it was 18 minutes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, this isn't to throw shade at anyone who maybe had, I don't know how this would have been throwing shade at all, but like if your high school career was all sunshine and rainbows, and like, good for you, but like, mine wasn't, and I am not like trying to throw shade on that at all. Like, I'm not trying to steal from your spotlight or something, or I don't even know, whatever you could come up with. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow my social media and subscribe. Follow our Snapchat. Everything is linked below, and yeah, bye!